What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And for the past couple of days I've been fighting Alatreon, and I have to say, this is literally the update we've been waiting for. This is something that for us veterans is perfect. The amount of times my friends and I got our asses kicked felt great, because to finally fight a monster that gives us a real challenge and not bored us or having the feeling of wanting it to be over is something that I could get behind. But for the rest of the other players who complains about it being too hard, saying this needs to be nerfed, or why can't I do this, why can't I do that, are total idiots in my opinion. Because it requires actual teamwork. But if you are a try-hard veteran, then this doesn't really apply to you. But for the others, it does. For all the newcomers that had their hands held to this game, now they're facing a real challenge, therefore they're complaining about how hard it is. No, this is perfect. Everything else is too stale and easy that I'm afraid that Frostfang Barriers would be stale as well. I mean, what's not to like about Alatreon? It makes sense. It's using all elements that using elemental damage for this update brings most of us out of our comfort zone. I know most players would rather do high damage output and have high defense and not have to think of anything else but that. But now it's different. We all have to step back and analyze that there are phases where you have to deal a certain amount of elemental damage so that its ultimate move can be nerfed and you will survive while using healing items. And when it comes to shifting through elements, the horns are basically the main attraction. Having a low damage threshold that breaking it can prevent it from changing to the opposite element, which, you know, it's useful in the fight. But it's not as easy as you think. With this update, Alatreon comes with a huge variety of moves and an extra element. And no, I don't want to hear, oh, but it's actually oil. Shut up, stupid. It's water. I'll freaking karate chop you. That's if Alatreon didn't do it first. But overall, I highly recommend playing with friends so that you can communicate through and through. Because playing with randoms can be suicide. And here's why. With randoms, you have a 50-50 chance of having an experienced player or a total noob who is looking to get carried. It's like Russian roulette. You either fail or prosper, depending on the player. Well, we're not using a gun, but you know what I mean. But this is also where communication becomes a problem, because you can't really communicate with the randoms. You sorta have to trust them the moment they enter the quest. Of course, you don't have a problem when you play with friends, but from what I experienced with randoms that I have played with, it went fine. But there were some hunts that randoms completely messed everything up. But at the same time, Alatreon doesn't make it easy either. Having a nuke that will kill you if you don't stagger him. I mean, like I said before, elemental damage is necessary. You do need to do enough damage to weaken or nerf his nuke attack. And when it comes to changing elements, you'll want to break his horns to basically reset the cycle. It's quite simple. Deal enough elemental damage to stagger or weaken his ultimate, and break his horns to reset the cycle of shifting through elements. I can't really say that you need specific armor sets or skills, because it basically depends on the player and how you all play. My good friend Gorguini would highly recommend a skill named Evade Window. Why? Because for him, it's very counter effective that allows him to dodge through most of his attacks, while I focus more on high critical rate and damage. Both of us having totally different builds, but are very effective to us. And I know randoms won't have the same build as me or as Gorguini or any one of my friends. Again, it all depends on you. I remember when it was about 3 in the morning where my friends and I finally beaten Alatreon. For the first time in a very long time, I screamed in victory as I watched Alatreon fall to the ground and hear that Monster Hunter Tri song. Hearing that instantly bring back memories of me playing Monster Hunter on the Wii. It was extremely nostalgic, and all I could do was lay back and enjoy the moment I had with my friends. Honestly, a true blessing. But after a few days of hunting it and making a few weapons and its armor, my friend Deli, who has a belly, literally debunked this whole thing about elemental damage, showing proof that you don't need elemental weapons to beat Alatreon. Here, you can see that he was using a blast weapon with over 1,000 defense and 1,000 attack. Displaying his own build in our Discord, I was shocked because he literally proved to us that you could just tank through everything. If you have the skills to back that up, of course. But to be honest, these are just my thoughts and experience, and his experience as well, because everyone has different experiences. From my own experience, to my friend Deli's, to my friend Gorguini's. And of course, everyone is not gonna have the same experience. But please let me know in the comments below how you feel about Alatreon. And don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it, and it really does help me out a lot. And subscribe if you're new and you enjoy my content. Check out my previous video on games that I want ported to the Switch. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace! And don't forget to play it, because it's a good update. Okay, bye!